How you deal with TV licensing. This is a simple guide and it's really all you need to know. So firstly, a wee bit of essential information. So you only need a TV license if you watch or record live TV. You absolutely need a TV license for any BBC usage whatsoever, whether that be catch up, whatever, and iPlayer usage. Any other non-BBC usage and non-live TV usage, you do not require a TV license. Okay, so now that that's out of the road, you've decided that you never want anything to do with the BBC and you do not watch live TV. So you cancel your TV license. Now, once you've cancelled your TV license, you can expect to receive letters from these people every month, so-called threatograms in the TV license resistance community. All you need to do with those letters is bin them. You don't even need to open them, and you certainly do not ever respond to them. We'll get to that. You never engage with TV licensing ever. That is the only advice that you need to know. There's all sorts of videos on the internet and all that. Keep yourself right, keep it simple. Don't engage with them. Don't open the door to them. Don't write to them. Don't phone them. Don't query anything with them. Just ignore them. And basically all you need to do is just bin the letters. That's all you need to do. You don't even need to open them. Right, enough about that. So moving on now to potential visits by TV licensing. Now most people in this day and age, if not all people, have some sort of camera doorbell installed in their property, whether that be a Ring doorbell or one of these other brand doorbells you can actually link these to your phone these days, and when you buzz the doorbell, quite often it'll alert you in your phone or whatever that there's somebody at your door and you can actually see them. So there's no need for you to answer the door to a potential TV license goon, as they are known affectionately in the TV license resistance community. None whatsoever. Now, assuming that you don't have one of these doorbells and you happen to answer the door and they say they're from TV license, just politely close the door. You don't speak to them. You don't confirm anything with them. Nothing, no personal details. You don't confirm whether you have a TV, whether you don't have a TV. All you say is, look mate, I'm not interested, and simply close the door. That's all you need to do if you unwittingly open the door to one of these TV licensing goons. Trust me, if you just follow that advice, you won't go far wrong. Now, the other issue is you don't ever issue TV licensing with a withdrawal of implied right of access or a WOIRA, WOIRA. Never ever do that. The best case scenario is you've just simply wasted your time because they ignore it and you potentially end up with a visit anyway. But assuming you've got the doorbell set up, Mark, you're not going to answer it anyway. But so you've just wasted your time typing up a letter, which is just, and you can't sue them. You'd be laughed out of court if you even got to court. You're just wasting your time with that, so don't do it. That's the best case scenario here. The worst case scenario is that some of the more vindictive staff within that organisation, and this has been known to happen, can fabricate some evidence against you to a magistrate if you're in England, and you can end up with a search warrant. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of search warrant because it's a legal thing and I'm not legally trained, but basically you kind of have to play ball with them, otherwise you end up with a criminal conviction, which is worse than not paying a TV licence potentially, if you actually needed one, which you shouldn't be watching live TV without one anyway, right? So I'm not going to go into the legalities of it, I'm not a lawyer. But basically, don't ever issue a WOIRA. So the basic gist of this is, you cancel it if you don't watch live TV and you never have anything to do with the BBC. You don't write to them, you don't phone them, you ignore the letters, you just put the letters in the bin. You don't get worked up or stressed about it. There's no need. That is the only advice you need. That is the only thing you need to do. And for whatever you do, do not go down the route of the free man of the land voodoo. If you know what that is absolute space cadet stuff, and that for sure is going to rile them. If you start arguing with the goons and all that, for sure the likelihood is you probably end up with a search warrant, because they just think you're like a numpty and you think you've got something to hide, and you trip yourself up. And just be an adult about it. Just ignore it. That's all the advice you need. There's loads of videos on the internet saying this, that and the other. Ignore, ignore, ignore. Give them a black hole, as somebody called Matt Williams, the Jesus of kayaking, used to say. He put it succinctly: all you need to do is just ignore it all once you've cancelled it. And take my advice, follow that advice, and you won't go far wrong. That's all there is to it. It really is that simple. Thanks for watching.